When was the last time your mind felt truly calm? Not distracted, not rushing ahead, not replaying the past or worrying about what comes next. Just calm. For many of us, that feeling seems rare. Even when the body is resting, the mind keeps moving. Thoughts stack on top of thoughts. Worries appear out of nowhere. Plans, memories, regrets, expectations, all speaking at once. And so we live most of our days with a quiet sense of tension, even when nothing is technically wrong. This is not a personal failure, and it is not a modern flaw. It is simply the human mind doing what it has always done. In today's world, however, the noise is louder than ever. Notifications follow us everywhere. Information never stops. We compare our lives to others without even realizing it. We try to stay productive, positive, successful, often all at the same time. Calm begins to feel like something we've lost. But from a Buddhist perspective, calm is not something we have lost. It is something we have forgotten how to notice. Buddhist wisdom does not begin by asking us to escape life, silence our thoughts, or become someone different. Instead, it begins with a gentle understanding of how the mind actually works. The Buddha taught that the restless mind is not an enemy, it is a natural process. Thoughts arise, emotions follow, reactions repeat, again and again. The problem is not that the mind moves. The problem is that we believe we must control it in order to find peace. And so we struggle. We try to force calm through distraction. We try to suppress uncomfortable feelings. We tell ourselves we shouldn't feel anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed. But the more we resist the mind, the more it becomes tense. Buddhist wisdom offers a different approach. Calm is not something you create. Calm is something that appears when resistance softens. Imagine stirring muddy water. The harder you stir, the cloudier it becomes. But when you stop stirring, the water naturally clears. The same is true for the mind. When we stop fighting our thoughts, clarity begins to settle on its own. This is why the Buddha emphasized awareness over control. Awareness means noticing what is happening without immediately trying to change it. Noticing the breath without forcing it. Noticing a thought without judging it. Noticing an emotion without pushing it away. This kind of awareness is gentle, not demanding. It does not require perfect focus or long meditation sessions. It begins with simple moments in daily life. You may notice your breath while sitting at a red light. You may notice tension in your shoulders while working. You may notice impatience arising during a conversation. Nothing needs to be fixed in those moments. Nothing needs to be corrected. The noticing itself is enough. From a Buddhist point of view, calm is not the absence of thoughts. It is the absence of struggle with thoughts. When we stop arguing with what is already happening inside us, the mind naturally softens. This is especially important for people living with constant pressure. Many in the modern world believe calm will come later, after success, after stability, after life becomes easier. But Buddhist wisdom gently reminds us that calm does not wait for conditions to improve. Calm is available here. Not when life is perfect, not when the mind is silent, but right in the middle of ordinary experience. This does not mean ignoring responsibilities or pretending problems do not exist. It means learning to meet life without adding unnecessary tension on top of what is already there. When stress appears, we notice it. When worry arises, we acknowledge it. When the mind races, we let it race without chasing after it. In doing so, something unexpected happens. The mind begins to trust that it does not need to defend itself all the time. Space appears. Breathing feels easier.
The body relaxes, even if life remains busy. This is the beginning of a calm mind. Not dramatic, not mystical, just deeply human. Buddhist teachings were never meant to be distant philosophies reserved for monks or temples. They were offered as practical insights into everyday life, insights for people working, raising families, facing uncertainty, and navigating emotional complexity. A calm mind is not a destination you reach one day. It is a way of relating to experience moment by moment. And it begins exactly where you are. If reflections like these help you slow down, breathe more easily, and relate to life with greater clarity, you are warmly invited to subscribe to Buddha Flash. Here, we share Buddhist wisdom designed for daily life, calm, simple, and grounded in real human experience. In the next part, we will explore how this calm awareness can be carried into everyday activities, not as an escape from life, but as a way of living it more fully. Stay with us. Part 2. Living with Clarity, Bringing Buddhist Wisdom into Everyday Life. Calmness is not something we wait for, it is something we practice. In Buddhism, peace is not found by escaping the world, but by learning how to meet the world with clarity, compassion, and balance. The teachings of the Buddha are not abstract philosophies meant only for monks or temples. They are practical tools designed for ordinary people living ordinary lives, facing stress, uncertainty, and desire every day. A calm mind becomes a way of living, not just a moment of meditation, and it begins at your level, with your context.
1. Right mindfulness, learning to be here. One of the most powerful teachings of Buddhism is mindfulness, the simple but profound act of being fully present. Most of our suffering comes from living in the past or worrying about the future. We replay old mistakes. We imagine worst-case scenarios. Meanwhile, life is happening right now, and we miss it. Mindfulness does not mean forcing the mind to be empty. It means noticing what is already here. The sound of your breath, the feeling of your body sitting or standing, the emotions passing through your mind. When we observe without judgment, our thoughts lose their power to control us. In daily life, mindfulness can be practiced anywhere, while drinking coffee, while walking to work, while listening to someone speak. When we are present, we respond instead of react, and calmness naturally follows.
Right speech, words that heal, not harm. In the modern world, words travel fast through conversations, messages, comments, and social media. Yet the Buddha taught that speech has karma. Words can create peace, or they can create suffering. Right speech is guided by 4 questions. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it spoken at the right time? Before speaking, pausing for even 1 second can change everything. When we speak with awareness, conflicts soften, relationships deepen, regret decreases. Silence, too, can be an act of wisdom. In a noisy world, gentle words carry great power. 3. Money and success, wealth without losing peace. Many people believe Buddhism teaches detachment from money, but this is a misunderstanding. The Buddha did not condemn wealth. He warned against attachment. Money itself is neutral. Our relationship with it determines whether it becomes a source of security or suffering. Buddhist wisdom encourages honest effort, ethical livelihood, generosity,
Success gained at the cost of integrity brings anxiety. Wealth gained with mindfulness can bring stability and freedom. When we use money wisely to support ourselves and our families, to help others, to create balance rather than excess, we become rich in more than numbers. True wealth is the ability to sleep peacefully at night. 4. Compassion, the antidote to anger. Anger feels powerful, but it always burns the one who holds it. The Buddha taught that compassion is not weakness, it is clarity. When we understand that everyone acts from their own pain, ignorance, or fear, anger begins to loosen its grip. Compassion does not mean allowing harm. It means seeing clearly without hatred. In daily life, compassion can look like listening instead of arguing, setting boundaries without cruelty, forgiving without forgetting. When we meet anger with awareness, it dissolves. When we meet pain with compassion, healing begins. 5. Letting go. Freedom through non-attachment. We often believe happiness comes from holding tightly to people, outcomes, identities, or expectations, but Buddhism teaches the opposite. Clinging creates fear. Letting go creates freedom. This does not mean abandoning love or responsibility. It means releasing the illusion of control. Everything changes. Relationships evolve. Careers shift. Bodies age. When we accept impermanence, we stop fighting reality. And when we stop fighting, peace appears. Letting go is not loss, it is space. 6. Building a calm life, one moment at a time. A calm mind is not built in one day. It is built moment by moment. Through awareness, kindness, ethical living, gentle discipline. Buddhist wisdom becomes less about belief and more about experience. You do not need to become someone else. You simply need to return to yourself. Every breath is a chance to begin again. Closing reflection. If you've made it this far, take a quiet breath. Notice where you are. Notice how your body feels. Notice your thoughts without judging them. This moment is enough. If these teachings resonate with you, we invite you to subscribe to the channel Buddha Flash, where we share calm stories, Buddhist wisdom, and peaceful reflections to support your daily life. Subscribe to Buddha Flash and walk the path of clarity, one moment at a time. Question for you. Which teaching from today's video spoke to you the most? Mindfulness, compassion, or letting go? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflection may help someone else on their journey.